Alright folks, Pachini's 80, we are back. Let's head on to chapter number 3. I don't feel, yeah, I know. But the farmers are revolting. Get this show back on the road. We were promised corn. If you don't reopen this event, we'll go to Agri Meadows and get the corn ourselves. Everyone calm down. Police investigation is underway here. Until our work is finished, Cornfest is closed. All our crops burned in the fire. We're depending on this corn. We understand your situation is dire, but rioting is not the answer. Alright, but you better solve this quickly. Those crops are our livelihood. Yeah, me too. The pressure's on it to solve this case. Okay, so let's take another look around the warehouse where Christy worked. Yep. These guys do not seem none too happy with us. I just noticed we actually went back to the crime scene. We don't usually do that. That's obviously a clue. What else we got? Ball of yarn. Let's see where that is. Crap. There it is. Hot dog. Locker. Wooden crate. And then shovel. Where's the shovel? There. Boom. Shakalaka. Should be a star. Yes, it is. A slugger belongs to Christy. Let's get it open. And this faded drawing also has Christy's name on it. Let's recover the rest of it. Ace, we should see if there's anything of hers in this gardening equipment. We better sell this murder before the farmers show up with their pitchforks again. And you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if someone had a crush on her. You know what I mean? I think so. When I see that letter there for her, maybe her supervisor had a crush on her. I'll be interested to see how that plays out. But let's examine as much as we can here. 1.25 liters. Alright, let's not be 20 seconds. Oh dear, it's gonna be 20 seconds. Oh, 13, not bad. He said a giant stuffed grasshopper you found in the box of gardening equipment? Alright, I can see this plushie is cute. What about the note? It says, Harley, the killing has to stop, and it's signed from Christy. So this message was from Christy to Harley Sackville, the exterminator, who claimed to know nothing about her when he discovered her dead in the foyer. Well, this note proves he lies. Let's have another word with Mr. Sackville. Oh great, she was someone who wanted to save the insects or something. I mean, I guess in crops, some insects are good, I think. Oh, the codex. It's sad when they turn the codex into, like, the greatest mini game. And all the other ones are just horrible. Still dumb that they don't go 1 through 9, and they also don't make the things exactly the same every single time. That would have made it so much better. So there's a medicine box inside. It's called amlozoxin. There's a note on it. Not my daughter. That must have been written by. What does it mean? Why would Miss Cole object to her daughter taking medication? I agree. This will make more sense once Amir identifies this medicine. I could just do a quick Google search and it wouldn't take me 9 hours. Yep, figured it would be 9 hours. Alright, what's this? Uh-oh. Ooh, that's not good. What a disturbing drawing, Ace. It's Christy, and she's being stuffed with food from a funnel. The person who drew this wrote, Christy, how would you like it? Follow the rules. You're right, follow the rules reminds me of Abel Dreschner's code of conduct. So I gotta talk with Mr. Dreschner about his management style. That's a little creepy. Dude's got serious problems. Let's talk to Sackville, though, about his killing. Hey, we found proof that you knew Christy Cole. Why did you deny it? Well, I ain't that a fly in the ointment. Well, I knew Christy, sure, but I didn't tell you because you think I'd kill her. Well, she called you a murderer on this gift she gave you. That woman was more annoying than a dang mosquito. She was obsessed with getting rid of pests humanely. What did she think I was going to do? Go around catching all the roaches in cups to set them free in the parking lot? Christy made mountains out of anthills and started a little war between us. She switched my eye drops with pesticide and filled my work boots with roaches. And when she found out I like cotton candy, she tried to give me similar stuff made from spider silk or some crap to get me to like spiders. Dude, that's pretty rough, actually. If we find out you're Christy's killer, we'll be mad as hornets. Okay, well that's pretty effed up for her to do all that stuff. I mean, I don't think it's cause for murder, but that's definitely a talking to for sure. We found your discernment drawing of Christy. Care to explain? Christy was overwatering, over-fertilizing the plants. I told her to stop, but she wouldn't listen, so I had to send a stronger message. Why didn't you just fire her? Only the CEO can do that. I didn't want to bother Miss Bryan with such trifles. Miss Bryan's already very generous with me. Like tonight at Cornfest, she gave me her cotton candy because a leaf had brushed against it. This means I've got to return the generosity by doing the best job I can. I can't allow nitwits like Christy Cole to muck it up. Mr. Dreschner, let's hope your CEO won't have to see you arrested for murder. I doubt she'd be impressed with your performance then. I got a lot of people, so it's one of those three basically. Don't think it's the CEO yet. Not yet. Amir, what can you tell us about the victim's medication? Well, amlozoxin is a drug that induces abortion. Checked with Martini. She confirmed that Christy had taken it to terminate her pregnancy. Oh, so she was pregnant, but she decided to have an abortion. Well, Miss Cole mentioned wanting grandchildren. I imagine this caused a rift between her mother and daughter. Better have a word with Mrs. Cole. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. But, again, she wants to decide that. I mean, it's not on her mom to decide. We just learned that Christy recently had an abortion. Now he found out about the shame, the disgrace. That girl kept making one mistake after another. Getting pregnant out of wedlock was bad enough, but Gus promised he'd make an honest woman of her. Then we lost Gus, and Christy got it into her head that she was too heartbroken to raise the baby alone. As if grief was an excuse to kill her own flesh and blood. She was no better than the man who gunned Gus down in the cornfield. Well, I see killing your flesh and blood is against your principles. I hope you didn't forget that, even if you were angry with Christy. Alright. We gotta go back to the Cornfest and get the last couple of clues. Oops, I forgot to get the times 6. There's a bottle of cyanide. That's the poison used to murder Christy. It looks like there's a stain on the bottle. Let's click the sample. Found Christy's phone. There's got to be something helpful in here. Let's get it unlocked. Time's ticking. Yep. You darn tootin'. Alright, so we got, I'm guessing love. Love you, Gus. That's what it is. Love you, Gus. Man, I knew what it was and I still couldn't get 9. That's crazy. You gotta fit Christy's phone unlocked. Let's see what's on it. There's a text exchange here with an unnamed contact. Christy wrote, "It's not a big deal. You can start foaming at the mouth about it." And the person wrote back, "Soon you'll be the one foaming at the mouth." Hey, this is definitely a message from our killer. Kathy will trace the number from this message. We'll send the phone to her. Shoot, that should be able to tell us exactly who it is. We shouldn't even have to really guess. what the substance is. I didn't really notice anything unique about the other suspects yet. Mini games drive me insane. Excellent, Ace. By examining the sample we took from the stain on the bottle of poison, Amir should be able to tell us about our killer. Alright, let's do this before the farmers revolt against us. Amir, what can you tell us about the sample Ace took from the killer's poison bottle? Well, the sample you brought me contained lanolin, shea butter, and velveteer. The combination stumped me until I remember seeing these ingredients in Jasper's mustache oil. Oh, so killer has a mustache. Interesting. It's her boss. It's her manager. Please tell us you managed to identify the owner of this number. Well, unfortunately, I can't give you an exact name, but that's because the number is a general used corporate cell number, registered Agrimeadows Inc. Basically, any employee can use it, which means your killer is definitely an internal Agrimeadows employee. Well, be on the lookout for someone wearing an Agrimeadows employee badge. Yep, we got it. We got it. It was her boss. Maybe he found out more information about her. Because he's not one, it's definitely you. I'm gonna guess 32 years. I was gonna say 27, I'm gonna say 32 years. Apple Drescher, you're under arrest for the murder of Christy Cole. Murder, Agent Ace, that would look terrible in my employee performance file. Well, you shouldn't have used your company's cell phone to send a threatening message to Christy. Why would I send her a text message when I could just yell at her in person? She worked in my warehouse. Well, we found the cyanide-filled syringe you poisoned Christy with, and you can't deny it's yours because you left cotton candy on it. Everyone was eating cotton candy at the Cornfest until you shut it down. Well, we know you weren't happy with Miss Cole's performance, but killing an employee for mediocrity is taking it a step too far. You don't understand. I had to stop Christy, or I was going to be the fall guy. I had to kill her. Uh-oh. I thought she was just watering the plants. Yeah, and in the beginning she did an okay job, but her fiance's death changed her. She started asking questions. She thought it was weird that the cornfields burned and Agrimeadows was growing a secret stash of corn. And then she asked me how our plants are able to grow in the charred soil, unlike any other corn she'd seen. I told her to mind her own business, but she kept snooping around the fledgling plants. And this morning Christy came in and said she found out the truth about our corn, and if I wasn't going to alert the authorities, she would. I searched for a weapon and I found a syringe and filled it with the liquid cyanide we keep as rat poison. Then I followed her to the HQ and stabbed her in the neck. So you killed Christy because she discovered the truth about the corn. She was going to go tell the police? What was it, Mr. Dreschner? What did Christy find out? You think I'd go through all this trouble to keep a secret, then turn around and tell you? Alright, well, you're under arrest. Yep, how do you plead guilty to protect my employer's interests? Well, that shows remarkable loyalty, Agrimeadows, which I'm not sure they deserve. In any case, your employment is over. You're going to jail for 20 years. As long as everyone else in there follows the rules, I think I can deal with that. Crazy. Something about Agrimeadows corn plants that the company doesn't want anyone to know. During the arrest, Abel said that something about the new corn thriving even in charred soil. But that can't be all there is to it. There must be something seriously wrong with this corn, and whatever it is, Abel's ready to kill and not to hide it. Christy wanted to alert authorities when she found out, but she's dead now, so we must find out for ourselves. Chief ordered the Cornfest stay closed until we find out what's up with the corn. Let's get to it, Ace. Nice. Well, guys, that's going to finish off Chapter 3. I'll see you guys in additional investigations by Genius 88. Over and out.